What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel for a brand new episode in 3DT series where I'm attempting to play through and show you guys all the amazing courses available to play here on GSPro by, as the name implies, playing 3 holes per course, usually 1, 9, and 18, which is what I'm doing here today. For today's video, we actually have a subscriber requested course courtesy of Lefty Murph. Shout out to Lefty Murph. We are going through 3 holes at University Ridge. This is in Verona, Wisconsin, designed by Carl's Place. I'm still not sure, Carl's Place, if they have in-house designers or if they commission them out. Carl's Place, obviously, big simulator place, pretty well-known company. I'm not really sure what the deal is with that, but shout out to Lefty Murph. He said, cool course request by me would be University Ridge in Madison, Wisconsin. A little bit different in location here, but this is the course, so close enough. Whether it's Verona or Madison, they're probably right next to each other. He said this is about 10 minutes from him. It's owned by the Wisconsin Badgers, and the last few years hosted a Champions Tour event, so probably pretty long, pretty challenging. I'm doing the furthest back tees like always. I'll get into the settings here in a second, but he actually mentioned further in a couple comments that really cool design of this course. The front 9 is more link style, and the back 9 is more like in the woods with a lot more trees and whatnot. So pretty cool concept, pretty cool layout of a course. As far as the settings, we have, give me a second. Gotta click back over here. Make sure my recording, I pressed T. Hopefully that didn't mess with anything in OBS. But as far as the settings, furthest back tees, like I said, doing the tips like usual. So black tees at just shy of 7,000 yards. Normal greens, normal fairways. Again, this is another one. I think it's something wonky with GSPro as of late. The only 3 options for the stimps were 6, 7, and 8, which are really low. Usually you have 8, 9, 10. Like you have 8 through like 12 or 13 usually. I don't know why the 3 slower options. So we're on 8 stimps, 8-foot gimmies, calm winds, and I have the auto aimed on. Course elevation here out in Wisconsin is 974 feet. So let's see what we can do here. Again, shout out to Lefty Murph for the request and adding a little bit of background information, which I always appreciate. Hopefully end up even par through the 3 holes. Haven't been hitting it the best today. I may call it quits as far as videos go after this one. We'll see. But first hole here, University Ridge, par 4, 395 yards, down 16. Let's hit the flyover. Grass looks good. I like the checker pattern, mow lines. Assuming, like he said, this is a course where the Champions Tour has been, so I'm sure really well kept, really nice conditions. Everything looks pretty good to me. All right, let's move ourselves over on the tee box here. We'll aim right there, up the right. Been hitting pretty sizable duck hooks off the tee here today. Hopefully we'll straighten something out. My luck, I'll get rid of the duck hook and it'll be a massive fade slice, but see if we can get ourselves out there and play something manageable into this green. Oh, super low on the face. It'll play though. Not hit particularly well. Really low on the face, but we caught the fairway. Rolling out down the hill. Luckily that elevation helped us. That was only 149 ball speed, which as of late with all my speed training, that's not particularly good, but we'll take it. 239 raw carry, 265 in the game, 284 total. Could be worse. Leave us with 117 yards into this green. Just going to hit a approach wedge here. It's going to come out left. We'll aim there. Don't need to quite hit this 100%, so call it maybe 75-80%, looking for about just over 110 carry, ideally. My approach wedge here, I have TaylorMade P770s. My approach wedge is 51 degrees, so essentially a 52. Uh, 105, took too much off of it. That's going to be short. Big bounce. All right, we got a bounce. 110 honestly may have been a little bit too much, but another couple yards would have been perfect there. Leaves us a good look at birdie though. 12 feet. I'm going to have to constantly remember here throughout these 3 holes that I'm on 8 stimps. I've been getting myself accustomed to 11. So I've got to hit this a little bit firmer. 12 feet, playing 14, no, 14 and a half, but probably have a feel of about 15 or 16 because of these slower stimps. And that was way too much, and I pushed it. Well, we'll take the par. Even through 1, second hole, 9th hole. Looks a little bit more wooded here on the 9th, but maybe it's not a perfect split between the front 9 and the back 9. I'm assuming the back 9, like he mentioned, smaller sample size here, so back 9 is going to be a lot more trees. But second hole, 9th hole, par 5 this time, 572 yards. See if we can maybe get a birdie here on a par 5. Pretty narrow going through these trees here to start. Dogleg left. Really, really manicured. It almost looks fake, the how perfect the fairways are set up. Personally, I like those really bold, vibrant colors. A little bit wonky there on the flyover. Personally, I like that, but like the long grass looks really good. The trees look good. And we got some flowers over here to the left. Personally, I mean, it's personal preference for how it catches your eye. Some people like the more burnt out, kind of more realistic with some faded colors in there. I like that too. I can appreciate that. This is maybe a little bit on the farther end of like almost too cookie cutter for my liking. But again, I've never designed a course, so I'm not really one to speak of what goes into all these designs and how difficult it is to make it look as good as some of these guys do. Pretty crazy what some guys are capable of in terms of course design. All right, don't love that tree there on the right, but let's see if we can get started. This will likely draw and or duck hook, so aim up the right, hopefully go near that corner. Pretty long hole, so we'll see what we have left into here after this tee shot. You guessed it, toe hook, but we're going to block ourselves out here with some of these trees, but we're in play. 153, ball speed was up a little bit on that, but lately when I've been hitting it well, I'm high 150s, low 160s, so still a bit down, lower backspin on that one. At least I'm still hitting up on it, but leaves us with, what does that say, 201 or 301? It might be 301. Don't love that tree there. All right, it's definitely 301. So it's going to come out left. We'll aim over there to the right. We may catch these trees, but I'm just going to blast 3-wood through here. Maybe. I mean, it could almost go this way. Yeah, I think that may actually be a better line. It's going to come out left. So we'll go here, try to sneak it through these trees that way. Otherwise, I was going to aim way to the right and try to hit a hook with a 3-wood, but we'll try to hit this a little bit straighter, run it up to the left side, and hopefully have somewhat of a wedge into this. Toey, man, I can just not get off the toe today. I mean, it's a safe shot. There was tons of room over there. That was probably the right play. It's just struck pretty bad. Leaves us with 114 up 7 out of the rough. So 121 is probably going to play closer to, 6%, probably another 8 yards. So close to 130. I think I'm going to hit a pitching wedge. We're into a 3-mile-an-hour wind too. So we'll go here, pitching wedge. Thinned it. Go. Go. All right. Not terrible for a miss hit. We'll call that a good miss, but that was pretty thin. Usually pitching wedge, if I strike it well, we're closer to 130 raw carry. That was only 120, but really, really good look here at birdie. 10 feet, up 4, so it's playing 14. Same thing, 8 stimps again. I kind of overdid the speed adjustment on the last one, but try to get this to drop for birdie. Get us 1 under going into the 18th hole. And pulled it, half a degree, burned the edge, another par. Could be worse, but that was makeable. That, honestly, I've been struggling with putter. I got to do some work on just rolling putts. I've been thinking about doing some putting streams again. Just seeming a little bit out of sorts of lining myself up over the ball to get it started online and have not as much confidence as I have been in the past hitting putter. But, all right, back over into what Murph said is the size with more trees, which definitely looks like it. Not quite as open here as that, especially the first hole. But even through 2, third and final hole, 18th hole, par 4, 409. It's at the flyover. Actually opens up once you get through those pretty narrow tee box. Fairway kind of narrows though. Slight dogleg left. So I think, can we move ourselves over here and then aim up the right? I still don't know. I think it's a GSPro issue. Every single shot should just be whatever you have your stock yardage set to. Like, you see how far I have to move over? It had me like aimed in the rough. It should just be whatever you have your stock yardages to. It should just put you dead center down the middle into the fairway. I don't know why it doesn't. Kind of waste of time moving things around. And if you were not really paying attention and playing quick, if I just hit that shot, that would have put me into these trees 100 yards to the left, which is obviously not ideal. All right. Maybe I've been swinging a little too easy, trying to time it up. Let's just swing a little bit harder, and we'll see if instincts take over and we square it up a little bit better. Oh, low on the face. Ball speed was better. Get over the bunker. Right into it. Oh, well. I guess you call that better. I don't know. Still not very good. I haven't hit a single good drive yet today. Leaves us with 195 out of the bunker, up 12. Yikes. So 207 and then probably another 20 yards, 10% out of this bunker. So we're at like 227. I'm going to hit 4 hybrid. It's going to come out pretty far to the left, 7.2 degrees to the left. So we'll aim over here. Four hybrid. Toey. Man, that shot straight left. And I drew it on top of it. But we're greenside, hitting 3 into a par 4. I like our chances. 18 yards out of the rough. We got a pretty significant upslope, but it's perfectly flat, 0 degrees in terms of left and right. So this is going to launch a bit higher, come down a bit softer, and we're into an upslope. So can probably get away with, it's 18, playing 19, another yard or 2 from the rough. So like 20, 21. Probably get away with 18 to 20 here just because it's going to launch and just come right down between the upslope and hitting into an upslope. 60 degree. $17. Oh, right past the pin. All right. We'll take it. Even par. We're trending at least. First video I did today was pretty bad. I think I was 3 over. The last one, I think I was maybe 1 over. This one we ended up being even, but pretty cool course. This was fun. Shout out to Murph. So take a look at the scorecard from University Ridge in Verona, or I guess in terms of what Murph said, Madison. They're probably right next to each other, but it's in Wisconsin, designed by Carl's Place, and request courtesy of Lefty Murph. Shout out to Murph, not only for the request, but all the support he's shown the channel over the past few months or so. He took part in the Rocket Cup, which was a lot of fun. But even par through the 3 holes, par on 1, par on 9, par on 18. Stats, we had only 1 out of 3 fairways, so the driving stats are going to be the same. Once again, it's been kind of the moral of the story here as of late. Not hitting driver very good. So you only hit 1 out of 3 fairways, you only get stats for the one. So longest drive, average drive were the same. Same thing with the ball speeds. We somehow hit 2 out of 3 greens regulation. We'll take that. Ideally for the small sample size, I like being 2 out of the 3. Obviously, ideally 3 out of 3 for both greens regulation and fairways. But it is what it is. We'll take the even par round. 12 feet of putting, 5 putts, 16 minutes on the gameplay, and that's about it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If anyone else out there, similar to what Murph said, anyone has requests, of course you'd like to see me try and play through, please let me know down below. Just give me the name of the course, location, like Murph did, just even a sentence or two of just some background information. So I always write it down and I relay the information in the video at the beginning, like I did here, just so anyone else watching that maybe don't know where this course is or why I'm playing it, just a little bit of background information of why I'm doing it. But shout out to the members. Really appreciate the additional support. If you guys aren't familiar, I have the 3 cheapest options on YouTube: $1 a month, $2 a month, or $3 a month. You get some different perks for both, or for all 3 of those. But really appreciate the additional support. It allows me to come out and dedicate a little more time to recording videos, doing live streams, all that good stuff. So if you would consider that, I would greatly appreciate it. And like always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next course.